Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. My name is Sheila and this is Heavenly Bride. We were having a conversation with, of course, someone who is of the older generation. It's a man, and this gentleman has been married for about 23 years because he ended up telling me that he actually has a daughter who is 24, 23 or 24 years old. And therefore, yeah, he just started to talk to me, to encourage me to settle down and all that. Of course, he doesn't really know me that well, based on his conversation. I think just because he has seen me alone, or yeah, of course, he knows I'm not married, and therefore he thought that maybe I'm anti-marriage or something, or I'm a feminist, or I don't know. But I actually ended up just sharing with him the challenges that this generation is going through, just because we are not getting married as quick as our parents used to get married. The older generation used to get married at around 20 years, 22, 23, above 25. Like when you reach 25 and you're not married, to my parents' generation, it was a big deal. So I just ended up sharing with him that the fact that most young people end up settling down at age 30, I think that's like the average age for someone in my current generation, for if they are settling down. So I ended telling them, or I ended sharing with this person actually, that this generation, we've gone through a lot. It's This is actually the first generation that maybe we see people who are struggling with depression like never before. We see people struggling with LGBTQ, and that's just a whole thing with identity, crisis. This is the generation that some people don't want to get married, they want to stay alone. This is the generation that doesn't want to have babies. And all this, it's because of maybe the traumatic experiences we've had firsthand, or maybe what we've seen, the people close to us go through. So I'm just here to just encourage someone out there. If you're not yet married, if you're single and you trust God to be settled one day, you just don't know what your spouse is dealing with right now, or what your future spouse is dealing with right now. So the important thing for you to do right now is, first of all, find healing yourself. Prepare yourself psychologically, emotionally, if it's physically, spiritually, just make sure that you're in the right space and in the right mind, because marriage is a whole other thing. It's just not about you, it's about your spouse, it's about your extended family, it's about your children that will come along with your marriage. So you really need to be prepared for that. And also, the reason why I'm encouraging you to pray for your spouse, or God is really telling us to pray for our spouse. Like I've had that message before, back in 2019, like God, 2019, 2020, God really just told me to pray for my spouse, and I didn't understand why until he went further to just give me a revelation of what my spouse was going through and why I needed to pray for them. And of course, I didn't do much about it. I just took it lightly. It's until you meet your spouse that it's a serious mess. God wanted you to really stand in the gap. So just be mindful of that. Pray for your spouse that they will be ready for your marriage. Pray that they'll be ready for your calling. Some of them, they are not even ready for the calling that God has upon your life. So pray that you will be ready for them and they will be ready for you. That's it for today, and may God bless you.